Azrael fans, they're not sunny, cocky, or whatever. They are mean, rough, and tough, and the original Urban Assault Squad, Nemesis and Shadow Jackson, the rightful NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions. Now, I don't like these street thugs. I think that they'd probably rob you if they had a chance, but they are going tonight for their tag team titles in possession of the Devil's Rejects, Shawn Tempers and Tank. Two teams that are former tag team champions, Alabama Attitude, Adam Roberts and TC Carnage, going up against Patrick Bentley and Seth Delay. Four-corner tag team match here. Action personified. All 8 of these guys are going to go at it tooth and nail, Eddie Rich.
Well, I'll tell you what, this just proves how hard the tag team division is here at NWA Anarchy. All 4 teams trying to get themselves, and as you pointed out, in the case of the Urban Assault Squad, they're trying to get themselves back away from the Devil's Rejects that were stolen from them several weeks ago. There's a tag in the cool Seth Delay now.
And as we know, it was Alabama Attitude that ended the 3-month reign of Seth Delay and Patrick Bentley as Anarchy Tag Team Champions, excuse me. Then it was the Urban Assault Squad ending the 4-month reign of Alabama Attitude. Urban Assault Squad lost those tag team titles coincidentally to Shawn Tempers and Ace Rockwell back at Season's Beatings, only to win them again at Hardcore Hell. So there is a lot of intertwining personal issues to be resolved here tonight. The thing about it is, Urban Assault Squad wants to get in their possession their tag team titles.
Oh, absolutely. Covered by Delay. 2 count only. Very early going to this matchup. There's a tag in the Shadow Jackson, member of the Urban Assault Squad, the reigning NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions. Big elbow, dropping Roberts down.
You know, and I usually don't do this because, like I said, I'm not big fans of the Urban Assault Squad. But anybody that will take it to the reject, I'm a huge fan of.
Let's just hit.
Shadow Jackson and Nemesis, the Urban Assault Squad, are your number 10 contenders to the NWA World Tag Team Championship. That is a huge honor when you consider all the different NWA territories across the country, across the world.
Absolutely.
Shadow Jackson and Nemesis are number 10 out of literally hundreds of great tag teams.
Absolutely. Right now, Adam Roberts is taking it to the 1/2 of the tag team champions. Big clothesline, dropping Shadow Jackson down. Bringing him back up to his feet. Big right hand right to the forehead. Go for the cover. 1 count only, says Speedy Nelson. Taking in TC Carnage now.
Adam Roberts and TC Carnage have been a tag team for the better part of 5 years. They have endured many, many wars in this building, and some of those most intense wars were with the Urban Assault Squad, which intensified even more. It frightened us in 2005 when these 2 teams participated in a winners hang the losers match in which Urban Assault Squad hung Alabama Attitude to win those Anarchy Tag Team Championships. Patrick Bentley and Seth Delay right now going back to work on Alabama Attitude, a team they've had a little more history with over the past few weeks.
Absolutely. There's been some bad blood brewing between the teams of Alabama Attitude and Delay and Bentley right now.
And the one thing that I've noticed in this match so far, as much as these Anarchy participants are trying to get at each other, none of them have even attempted to tag in a member of the Devil's Rejects into this match.
They may hate each other, they may despise each other, but they do not want to see the Anarchy Tag Team fall into the hands of the Devil's Rejects, a group who is out trying just to destroy NWA Anarchy. Nobody wants that.
Well, for so many years in this building, in the days of NWA Wildside, Dan the Dragon Wilson was the voice of NWA Wildside. He sat up here week in and week out observing the action. I'll give credit where credit is due. Dan the Dragon Wilson was one of the finest play-by-play men in the sport during that time. However, when NWA Wildside ended, Dan the Dragon disappeared. He returned in a hostile environment, very cordial, very polite to Dan that I remembered. However, as we've seen in Fright Night when Dan the Dragon made his return to Anarchy, so to speak, he is hell-bent on destroying everything that this promotion is about. And Team Anarchy has done a fair job so far of standing up to him. A lot of times the numbers games fall to the Devil's Rejects, but right now we're seeing Team Anarchy, although they're beating the bejesus out of each other, they're preventing the Devil's Rejects from in there. Smart tag team wrestling on those 6 men's part.
Absolutely, double team maneuver by Alabama Attitude. Carnage going for the cover, only getting a 2 count. And the crowd is strolling behind Patrick Bentley, the human action here. Going for a sunset flip. Can he get Carnage over? Unfortunately, he cannot. And look at the strength by TC Carnage. Oh, Hurricane Rana taking Carnage up and over. Very nicely done.
Both men down and out, but the thing about it is, TC Carnage is in the wrong part of town. He is in the Rejects corner.
It certainly shows. There's a second as Shawn Jackson coming in. Goes on for both members of Alabama Attitude.
And TC Carnage just tagged into Shawn Tempers. Shawn Tempers, of course, has had his problems with Ace Rockwell as of late. But as we heard last week, that problem may have been solved as Ace Rockwell has been out with a grade 3 concussion, a broken wrist. No telling when he's going to come back. But right now, we see the Urban Assault Squad taking it to Shawn Tempers. Now, this is what I like to see right here.
Very nice indeed. Double team maneuver by the UAS. Putting a pounding on Shawn Tempers right now. There's a chop by Nemesis. And that is some of the hardest hitting chops you will probably ever find in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. There's a big clothesline taking Tempers down to the mat. And Nemesis is fired up, and look at him eyeballing Tank.
Tank just returning from the IWA Mid-South King of the Deathmatch tournament where he was a semi-finalist. Very big accolades for Tank. I mean, Grant, I don't like him, but this guy right here is deadly and dangerous. You do not enter into a King of the Deathmatch tournament and go that far without being sadistic and without having some skills, as he's showing Nemesis here.
He is a very tough individual. Big elbows taking it to Nemesis. And now just kicking right to the kidneys of Nemesis. There's a cross arm right to the jaw. That's a good way to dislocate something.
Well, as you can see right here, I mean, Tank is just sadistic. I mean, he calls himself the hardest hitting son of you-know-what in wrestling today, and Nemesis finding that out firsthand, right to the eyes by Tank. One little side note about the team of Tank and Shawn Tempers. Shawn Tempers has been a multiple-time tag team champion in different areas of Georgia in the Southeast, but with only one partner, Ace Rockwell. Tank is a multiple-time tag team champion with many different partners, so you have to think that despite all the tag team accolades in this match, it lies in the favor, as much as I hate to say this, of the Devil's Rejects. Tank's ability to adapt to partners is uncanny.
Absolutely, and now Nemesis firing back with big chops. But his eyes get right by Tank. Back him into the Devil's Rejects corner, and there's a vicious chop. Tempers holding a hold of the arms of Nemesis. And here comes his partner, Shawn Jackson, trying to break it up. As you see, Dan Wilson just going crazy on the outside.
Tank and Shawn Tempers in the corner. So used to saying Tank and Iceberg. That's been one of the most deadliest tag teams.
Most certainly has.
In all of wrestling. I mean, both men just very sadistic.
Now Shawn Tempers down, draping the head of Nemesis across the top rope, choking the man. Referee Speedy Nelson applying the 5 count, forcing Tempers to break it up.
And Satan himself, Dan the Dragon Wilson, outside, getting frustrated by the fans' cheers. The fans getting behind the Urban Assault Squad.
And look at that, we've got TC Carnage down here on the floor, stomping away at Nemesis, and Dan Wilson just drove the staff of righteousness right into Nemesis.
Nemesis definitely feeling the effects of that, and like I said, these Devil's Rejects, they have no soul. They have no conscience. That, I'm afraid, is what's going to make them so successful here in NWA Anarchy. I have said it time and time again. No matter how many times we fight fire with fire, I don't think we're willing to delve into the evilness that the Devil's Rejects do. Therefore, I don't think Anarchy's evil enough to deal with these guys.
I hate to say it, but John Johnson, I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Just the beatings that they have laid out. As we saw a couple of weeks ago, what Shawn Timbers did to his own partner, Ace Rockwell, taking him out of this business for quite some time. Who knows where Ace Rockwell's going to be able to come back. And look at that right now, Danny Wilson choking Nemesis. Just what the Devil's Rejects does in the ring is just sickening to everyone here. Within the entire arena, it doesn't matter if it's in the locker room or out here in the crowd. It's sickening to watch what the Rejects do to their opponents.
Well, right there, putting the staff over the back of the neck worked twofold. It gave added pressure to driving the throat across that steel cable. Definitely trying to cut off the air to Nemesis as Tank pours him back out to the corner. And right now, a very basic hold. But when a 318-pound man locks it into you, it becomes a very deadly hold.
Absolute world of difference there. AC Tank is driving his forearm right into Nemesis' head. And the crowd is strolling behind the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions, rolling up, trying to get Nemesis able to somehow find his way out of this predicament that he's in and tag into his partner, Shadow Jackson. Pebbles a turn, man. It looks like Nemesis is biting Tank. A little bit of that aggression that the Rejects been pulling out on everyone's coming back to bite him, literally.
Fans, this all began back in August of 2005. Following a match with Brandon P., a mysterious voice appeared. Nobody knew where it was coming from. Nobody knew where these tapes were coming from. They were unmarked, no postage, anything. First, it was Iceberg and Tank to join, well, I'm sorry, first it was Azrael to join the Evilness. Tank and Iceberg joined that, and then very shortly after there, it was revealed that Dan the Dragon Wilson was the proverbial puppet master behind the whole plan. This all started with Brandon P., who we saw last week win the World Television Championship. Still no clarification on the situation. We hope to have that for you next week.
I'm still in complete utter shock about that. You see Shawn Timbers just driving his boot right into the throat of Nemesis.
But for almost a year, a reign of terror from the Devil's Rejects has been invading the NWA arena, and one has to wonder, when is it going to end? When are we going to finally find the formula to rid Anarchy of the Rejects?
Well, it can't come a moment too soon, as Nemesis is just driven right back into the mat by Shawn Timbers. Stomping away at the inner thigh. Is attacking into the Tank once again.
And now the Rejects doing much the same of what Anarchy did in the onset of this match, not tagging any member of NWA Anarchy. Very intelligent, keeping one guy in the ring, using their teamwork, and right now Tank going for the step over toe hold.
That Tank grabbing a hold of Nemesis by his nose, pulling back.
Thought he was going to go for like an STF type maneuver there.
Grabbing hold of the arm now, pulling back. Look at that, adding extra pressure now, bending the arm. And Shadow Jackson rushes into the ring, trying to save his tag team partner.
Well, these guys right here, I mean, they're like brothers. These guys, I mean, the Urban Assault Squad, they have been together for a long, long time. Even before they came to NWA Anarchy, I mean, they're brothers of the street. And it's gotta hurt Shadow Jackson to see his partner right there. Very unorthodox move.
I hate to say that looked like a 5-on-2 there. That has got to hurt Nemesis.
And that shot right there going across the chest, and that one hit the throat. And now Tank using the headbutts.
Tank now bringing Nemesis up to his feet. As Nemesis trying to fire back.
Using those headbutts on Tank. Both these men just trying to.
I hate to say he wasted time flexing in front of Tank. He should have kept right on his assault. Unfortunately, Tank gets the upper hand.
A lot of times, when you get pumped up, when that adrenaline's pumping, you will make stupid mistakes. And that's exactly what Nemesis did. As he's right there in the corner of Patrick Bentley and said delayed. Tank
so close.
Grabbed that arm at the last second.
Look at that. Shawn Timbers, no respect. Slapping Nemesis right in the face. Going for a neck breaker, connects. And Nemesis has been taking a pounding this entire contest. 2 count only, amazingly able to kick out of that.
And Eddie Rich, let me tell you, I'm seeing something right now that I thought I had never seen before. Adam Roberts encouraging Nemesis to reaching in for the tag. I thought I'd never see that. And right there, blind tag. TC Carnage comes in. but gets nailed for his efforts. And he turned his back on Nemesis. That's something that you can't do.
Adam Roberts is down the ring. Here comes TC Carnage back in, pounding away on Tank. Shadow Jackson now entered into the ring. Alabama Attitude is working over the Devil's Rejects. All right, and here comes the UAS. Sending both members over the top rope. TC Carnage goes slamming right into the guardrail. And Adam Roberts falls right onto the hard floor here at the NWA Anarchy Arena.
The Urban Assault Squad have a score to settle with these Devil's Rejects. That's what they want to do. And right there, Patrick Bentley Seth have a score to settle with Alabama Attitude. But right now, you can't worry about this personal stuff. This is for the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Championship. Alabama Attitude, Seth Delay, Patrick Bentley fighting up the ramp here. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's Urban Assault Squad on the Devil's Rejects. I don't know where those guys are going. Wait a minute. Nemesis shoved right outside the ring here. Hopefully we'll have word on what happened to Alabama Attitude, Patrick Bentley, and Seth Delay. But right now we've got Shawn Timbers in the ring on Shadow Jackson. Reversed in.
Big spine buster takes Shawn Timbers down. Can Shadow Jackson capitalize?
Shadow Jackson went down to check on his partner there for just like a half a second and shoved outside the ring by Shawn Timbers. Wait a minute, is that?
Tank runs, Iceberg runs out of nowhere and just squashes Shadow Jackson right up against the ring apron. Referee Speedy Nelson did not see it.
We don't get injury
reports. No. Come on, stick out. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the match and the new NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions, Tank and Shawn Timbers, the Devil's Rejects.
Fans, the first brick and the foundation of anarchy has just been removed from underneath us. We are an empire crumbling.